Jones.
And Mac Jones is going to be the riser in this draft.
Everybody knows how I feel about Mac Jones going 3. I've always thought that the 3rd pick was designated for guys that you thought were program changers.
Sounds like Key's little dogs.
Them dudes, they get on my nerves.
Dogs are so aggressive.
They hear any noise, they get. And the house is hollow because of the wood floors and the ceilings and all. It's like, come on, man.
That's called first class problems.
I really, yeah, you're right. The echo in the house. That means you've got
the echo in the house is really
polished
really
floors and
bothersome.
high ceilings. That's what that's about.
Man, it's the hardwood floors, fool.
Oh, sure it is.
Can't have carpet because of allergies.
It's so stupid.
The couch is Corinthian leather.
No. Family is vegan. They will not allow
leather not allowed.
Really?
No.
Well, actually, with dogs, the last thing you want is to have a leather couch anyway.
But then I have to remind them also when they start talking about certain vehicles. You know those vehicles have leather. Just want you to know that.
That's how you get out of it. Yes. That one that has leather.
But if it's recycled, like not even recycled.
No.
You're right, because originally it did come from something, and this is a conversation we don't need to have right now. We got Keyshawn barking like a little dog. Like, this is quite the morning so far. But we have a draft tomorrow. And so we have this list. As we know, could be 4, could be 5 quarterbacks taken in the top 10 of this draft. There have been quarterbacks, 38, I believe is the number, taken in the top 10 since 2000, right? So in this millennium. And we have categorized them as such. So the good and the great would be Carson Palmer, Alex Smith, Matthew Stafford, Michael Vick, Eli Manning, Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, Patrick Mahomes, Andrew Luck, Jared Goff, the bad, Jamarcus Russell, Jake Locker, Josh Rosen, Matt Leinart, Blaine Gabbert, David Carr, Joey Harrington, Mitch Trubisky, RG3, Blake Bortles, Byron Leftwich, Vince Young, Sam Bradford. Too early to tell, Kyler Murray, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, Joe Burrow, Tua Tagovailoa, Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen.
How is Josh Allen in that conversation?
I'm thinking the same. Baker Mayfield, Carson Wentz, Ryan Tannehill. Undecided out of this, according to Keyshawn Johnson, Mark Sanchez. Why would that be?
We went to USC.
You want to decide that? So you're just putting him in that gray area? He's not good grade?
He's not good grade.
But he's not bad.
See,
what had happened was.
No, I think he got into a bad situation in New York. I mean,
he was the quarterback of a team that went to the AFC Championship game in 2 consecutive years.
That's why I balanced that with all of the other stuff, and I put him in the undecided category for where he was drafted, because to me, ultimately, they did him a disservice. Rex did him a disservice in the development part of his coordinating.
Okay. Can't you say the same for Sam Darnold, though?
Yeah, but Sam's not on. Sam's
on the too early list.
He's too early.
Okay.
It's too early.
Unfortunately for Mark, it's not too early.
Yeah, Mark's retired.
We love Mark. I mean, obviously, a great personality.
It's
good success
ridiculous,
early.
though. It's ridiculous that you start off hot like that. When most quarterbacks start off hot like that, playoffs, NFC Championship games, they follow it up essentially in their careers with maybe going to a Super Bowl or continuously progressing, much like a Phillip Rivers, right? They don't all of a sudden just fade out of nowhere. They just don't, right? Who do we know that has taken their teams? Well, I wouldn't say he took them, but he was a part of getting a team to an AFC Championship game in back-to-back years, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Well, he didn't disappear. The following year, he was pretty good. They were decent. The Giants, had that amazing final game, and that everything changed for both franchises at that point. I mean, our lasting impression of Mark Sanchez is the butt fumble.
Yeah, but don't
that and Rex with the tattoo, like that became it sort of started to become comical, right?
It became a joke.
But his first 2 years, he was fine. Shoddy had everything under control offensively, and me as a Jets fan, what I hated was it turned into the whole free Sanchez. That was the hashtag. Let him throw. Let him become you drafted him to be, the quarterback, right? That really can throw it around the field, and that's really not who he was. Ground and pound was the way to go, and him with his rollouts and play action. That was certainly the way to do it, but unfortunately...
I love you guys on the Mark Sanchez conversation, but I think it's exhausted. Can we get back to the list, please? I love Mark, but we were talking about Mark Sanchez way too long.
Once I mentioned the Jets, he went into the 8 o'clock hour.
Alan, let it go.
That's on me. That's on me.
Drive the show, damn it.
So,
Drive it.
All right, look, that's what you guys do to me, though. I get butterfly. What? So, all right, now let's categorize at least the potential of these quarterbacks now in this draft. So, good, great, or bad, Trevor Lawrence. Where's he going to end up, in your opinion?
Good, great.
I think he'll be in the good, great category.
Okay. Justin Fields, good, great, or
Good,
bad?
great. I would say good, great. I think he is.
Say that with confidence.
Yeah, because I just don't get, and we've seen all these mock drafts, it kills me that people just all of a sudden now, and Key, you've talked about this, and it's actually worked out the other way. You said throughout the whole year, just wait for all the talk that happens around the draft. And it's going to happen to Justin Fields. He's going to be up in that upper echelon. I was expecting that to happen, but it seems like it's happening the other way. Like Chris Sims' mock draft, where he had Justin Fields go 32 in his mock draft. I'm like, come on, Chris.
Chris just talking.
He has not been wrong about the draft, though, when it comes to quarterbacks.
But that's where we're going with Justin Fields. I mean, the kid has moxie. I don't get why it's trending in the opposite direction for Justin Fields all of a sudden.
It seems media loves him, fans love him, evaluators not as much. That's what it seems like in this draft. All right, let's move on. So the next one, Zach Wilson. Is he going to be in the good, great category or end up being in the bad category?
I think he'll end up being in the bad category.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
is it a situation where what he's coming into?
I think it's a situation he's coming into. Wow. He's been injured. He has a shoulder and a wrist. But that's beside that. I just think that you fell in love with somebody in a situation in Utah at BYU in a conference that throws the ball literally every single down. Mm-hmm. That never works out for anybody. And on top of that, he's coming into a marketplace with such high expectations. The expectations is going to be ridiculous based on what else the Jets do in the draft, in the new coach, in the new this and the new that. He's almost falling into a Mark Sanchez situation, except they don't have a veteran team like Mark joined.
Right.
And I think just going to be a lot of pressure on them to figure him out earlier where Mark had an opportunity to kind of wait.
All right, Mac Jones. What do we have? Good, great, or bad on him? And what category do we expect he'll end up?
I think that depends on where he gets, what
also
situation he
situational?
goes to.
Mm-hmm.
I think, if you go, if it does happen that Mac Jones goes to San Francisco, that's a pretty legit situation. I mean, expectations are to win a Super Bowl, but those are some good pieces to have around you if you're Mac Jones.
If you're Mac Jones, chances are, being third and going to San Francisco, they may move on from Jimmy Garoppolo if you're taking Mac Jones at third, because you're taking Mac Jones because you think he's ready to play in the National Football League right now based on what everybody is saying outside of Trevor Lawrence. If you took Fields or Trey Lance, and most people think it's going to be Trey Lance because they see the upside, if you pick Trey Lance, he can wait behind Jimmy G to learn, because most people feel both Fields and Trey Lance is still kind of raw, that they're going to need time to develop. If you insert Mac Jones into the lineup, you're telling me you're going to the Super Bowl. That's what you're telling me.
Like, you feel like he's your guy right now, whereas
Absolutely.
Trey Lance is the guy you think you're going to develop over time. All right, last but not least, Trey Lance then. Where would you see good, great, or bad, real quick?
I think he's going to be in a good, great category.
Why?
I think because wherever he goes, he's going to sit behind a veteran that's going to teach him and learn him, much like Alex Smith did with Patrick Mahomes. And he's going to develop over time by sitting and watching and understanding how to be an NFL quarterback with only 17 starts under his belt at North Dakota State.
All right. 888-SAY-ESPN, 888-729-3776 for you to join the conversation on this NFL draft preview, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams. From pre-game prep to post-game cleanup, Sherwin-Williams has everything you need to tackle your next